What's up, y'all? This is Conversations with Coomer, episode 6, or Conversations with Coomer, episode 7. Jake, sorry, I can't remember. But, anyways, I am here with Emilis Karvelis, the boy wonder from Lithuania. We're actually on our way to the airport right now because Emilis has been visiting Ohio, getting the Midwest American experience with me and my family for the last couple days. Sadly, he's now leaving, heading back to Miami, but we've had an absolutely incredible time, and we're rocking and rolling with the Conversations with Coomer in the car. The way we always start these off, Emilis, is with an introduction, but even before I do that, I want to preface it. You may have watched one of these, I think we were talking earlier, but the whole purpose behind this is to give those who watch and those who listen what I call a proof of concept, meaning they can watch this and see, okay, not just for me, but for everybody I talk to, oh, maybe I relate to this about their journey. Oh, this is another way to do things to get into a life that they love and successful, whether that be travel or making money online or whatever it is. And so it's to give everyone a proof of concept, or lots of different proofs of concept to be successful. So with that, Emilis, if you give us an introduction, that would be incredible.
Yeah, my name is Emilis. I'm 19. I come from a small town in a small country, Lithuania, and I introduce myself as a follower of Christ, and I work with digital marketing. I do Facebook ad creatives, as well as work with TikTok shop, and traveling the world and trying to collect as many experiences as I can.
Awesome. And so let's start off a little bit with like how you got into this, being 19. And this is not something you started this year. So how did you get into the online world or digital marketing in general?
So my journey started in high school, just when I started enrolling there, and at around 15, I started watching different YouTube videos that inspired me to take action in a way that I always was ambitious and wanted to do something more interesting than sit in a class and go home, play computer games, as well as the fact that I didn't have too much money, so I needed a way to earn it. And one of those things was video making, and I used to shoot like free videos for local gyms, local restaurants in my town, and after that got my skills up, met new people, participated in events, and joined new agencies, and that way new opportunities just arose from nothing. And I think the main advice that got me started was to start wherever I am with whatever I have and I own, and just not overthink it too much. And that's what I've done. Like when I look back on my video work, let's say what I used to do, I cringe at it a lot, but I see it as a good amount of growth that I've done in the last couple of years.
Fire. And that's like something I want to highlight too, is even though you're 19 and you're accomplishing the goals of a lot of others out there, you've still been doing this to get to where you are for a couple of years. It hasn't been like, oh, you started this like a month ago, right? And
Exactly.
I think that's a misconception a lot of people have. There are overnight successes, but everybody misses on the overnight success, all the work beforehand. Maybe you become popular overnight, but there was years and years and years of work, almost exclusively every single time, for all of those cases that you just didn't see or didn't know about, or preparation in different ways that went into it. And so for you, what do you think though has been most helpful beyond that advice? What has allowed you to move through life quickly and get yourself to this point now that you were looking at before, in terms of being able to travel and traveling with the right people?
Yeah, so I must be honest, one of the cheat codes I had in my life, the cards I've dealt, was I have a brother who has pretty much done everything that I do just a few years earlier. So starting from marketing, from traveling, I already had an example. But besides that, it's really trying to develop yourself. That's what I try to do. Constantly learn, have goals, and I think for me, goal setting was a big one from the financial standpoint and from traveling, just because I knew what I wanted exactly, and then I didn't need to think, where do I want to go? I already know what kind of people I resonate with. So let's say even this trip together with Will, I resonate a lot with what you have and how you think and the mindset you have, and I'm pleased to learn from you. And yeah, I think intentionality is big.
Love it. Great answer. Great answer. And I'm going to spring this one on you too. For those that might not have a brother, and right, obviously, you know, you've done so much yourself too, and you know this, but what would you say, what do you think you would recommend for them to do? If they don't have a brother like yours or something, how could they replicate your path to growth?
Yeah. Another big thing for me was, I call them digital mentors. And this like stage of the world where so much information is online, what I do too is just watch people I resonate online and listen to them. So podcasts, videos. For the past 2 years I've been consuming a lot of content, and even though you don't meet those people in person, you still think like they do and you still get their ideas. And I think the interesting part is, even though I don't live a crazy lifestyle or I didn't have massive business success yet, but I know people who do, and that's my reality, because even though I don't meet people in person, they're still in my reality. And what I advise people is just follow people online that you resonate with, and you can get the same downloads, the same data sets from them.
And on that same note, actually, just because, you know, most people like are good at picking out who they resonate with and whatnot, but is there like a certain metric or characteristics you look for, like, or just basis that you evaluate these people on before you trust them or follow them all the way, or really take all that information in? Just because, you know, there are people who might listen to the wrong sources. Is there a process you have or something that you have in mind that you evaluate based on before you really take on somebody as a digital mentor?
Yeah, I'm still in the process of figuring it out myself. Some characteristics is that people live an extraordinary life, so a life that I want, and that way I can take advice from them. An example, if someone is traveling a lot, and if I want to travel a lot, I will listen to them. Same applies with finances, relationships, and being a kind person. So mainly being a free thinker, or I respect bravery a lot. So even though most people would disagree with you, if someone can tell what they think, I think it's a big plus, and I resonate with those people, and I really have a lot of respect for them.
Awesome fire answer. And so with being 19, like, if I could think of where I was at 19, man, like literally just graduated high school and had no idea about this online world and was going to go into American uni. If I had what you had, like, it's not always, you know, effective to, but like it is kind of a question that leaves me amazed of like, I have no idea what I would do if I was at your stage now. So what are your goals and what is your vision for the future look like? You could do in general, you can do the next couple of years, however you see fit to answer that.
Yeah. For the next year or two, I just want to have more experiences, meet more people, and a tough question I've been trying to answer myself is how I want my future to look like, and I'm still confused in it. I've had a lot of conversations where I try to imagine how my ideal life would look like, and I have no idea. So the actions I want to take is experience more, talk with people who are in different industries, talk with people who are in different stages of life, and just get wiser that way. And that's one of the main reasons why I came to US, just to network with people, see how life is here on the other side of the world where I'm from, and really collecting cool experiences, building a business with e-commerce, and reading much more, getting more knowledge, and serving other people more with content and documenting what I've done, and maybe it will resonate with somebody else.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And then on top of that, like we just looked at your future, and now looking at the past, what is something you would say to a past version of Emilis, or somebody, also who's on their way towards accomplishing their goals or getting into a life that they want? What would you say to them right now?
I would say to myself that if I constantly learn, and if I put myself in the right rooms, it's super hard to lose. That way, it like takes off the pressure that that I eventually will win and will do what I want and will accomplish all my goals, but just without the extra stress. So the powerful exercise, even will you have, is like seeing the highest version of yourself and evaluating what that person would do. I think what I would do earlier is have that person outlined, so even from a younger age I would know what exact actions or character traits I must develop, and move from those.
Fire. Dude, you're dropping bars, dude. Like, literally, put yourself in the right rooms, and you won't have to worry, and you'll find your path. Bar one, highest version of self earlier. Bar two. That's sweet.
Also, I realized that because I always worked online, the main struggle for me was mainly like the comfort zone was my work. So typing something on the keyboard, clicking the mouse, and getting paid for it, essentially. What I wanted to do more, and what I needed to do more to accelerate more, was to challenge myself and actually speak with more people, participate more, and start documenting my journey earlier. I was afraid of judgment a lot previously. It's something I still battle right now, but if I could ignore all of that, I think I would be even on another level if I started it earlier and just filming and talking about what I do and just documenting the come up story.
Fire. Beautiful. Yeah. Well, brother, it's been incredible having you here in Ohio. This has been a great pleasure to rip it on the way to the airport in their car. Big shout out to Big E here for actually holding the camera for his own interview. But yeah, much love to you all. Where can people find you?
Mainly Instagram at Emilis on digital, and I would love to connect.
Sweet. We'll put that here for y'all. Shoot Emilis a message or shoot me a message and I'll put you in contact with him. But much love, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this. Be blessed.